Hey y'all, happy almost Thanksgiving. It's time to start making those desserts. I know you've probably already started on your turkey and your dressing and all those side dishes that you're going to be making. So let's focus on the best part of the meal, which is the desserts. I have to make, I think at least 6 desserts have been requested by my family. So I sent out a text and said, let me know which one you want for Thanksgiving, and everybody just started sending me their favorite choice, and so it's adding up. Anyhow, today, because I've got a couple of days before Thanksgiving, I'm trying to make the things that I can make now, and they'll still be good, by Thursday. So I'm making the chocolate chip cookies today. I'm also going to be making brownies, and I might go ahead and bake the actual layers of the strawberry cake, but not frost it yet. So anyhow, I'll let you know what I'm doing first, as I get to them. But I'll do a separate video on each one. I do want to mention that I am starting today celebrating my 1-year anniversary of being on Facebook, and that will continue all the way through to my 1-year anniversary of being on YouTube. So from now until December the 16th, we're going to be celebrating. I'm going to be giving away prizes. I've put a link to a actual sign-up form if you're interested in winning one of the little prizes that I'm going to give out. Just go to my website, athomewithgigi.com, and the sign-up form is right there on that website, and you can just enter your information. That way, if you win a prize, I'll be able to send it to you. Some of the prizes are going to be really, really nice. One of the nicer ones is a really pretty wooden recipe box, and I just love mine, and I think you'll love it too if you win it. So anyhow, and starting Sunday, I don't know if I put this on a post or not, but starting this Sunday, I'm going to start demonstrating some of the Pampered Chef tools that I use. And you're going to have opportunity, if you'd like to order some Pampered Chef items. If we get enough orders, then everybody gets a 25% discount. But up until that point, you may get other discounts prior to the, like 10% or 15%. And as the orders increase, I think the total to get to 25% off is we have to have like $1,000 in orders. We did that last spring, and that was when I only had about 2,000 followers, and it was really not a problem to reach the 1,000 mark because so many people want those Pampered Chef tools. They're really good. I use them all the time. So anyhow, today I'm going to start making the chocolate chip cookies. I put 2 sticks of butter that I've softened, so it's 1 cup of butter, but 2 sticks. They're already in my mixing bowl here, and I'm going to start beating those up. I'm going to add in 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, and this is the light brown sugar, and 3/4 of a cup of regular white granulated sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I'm going to get that started. I don't want the noise factor to bother you, so I'm going to pause the video while I get those items mixed, and I'll get right back with you. Okay, I've got that all mixed up, and now I'm going to be adding in 2 eggs, 1 at a time, and I'm just going to leave this on. Hopefully it's okay, the noise won't be too bad, and you can still hear me. I'll try to get closer to this, but I'm just going to add in 1 egg at a time. I always crack my eggs separately because you never know. And let me tell you a sad story. My chickens have stopped laying eggs. It's the cold weather. They just don't want to lay eggs when it's cold. They molted, which means, they shed a lot of their feathers about a month or so ago, and they've put all their energy into growing new feathers, so they're not putting any energy into laying eggs. And now it's so cold, they just and the days that they really, what controls them is not the cold out here, but it's the daylight hours have gotten shorter, so so they just aren't laying as much. We're lucky if we get 1, maybe 2 eggs a day. So we had to actually go buy eggs for me to be able to cook all these Thanksgiving things, which just kills me. You know, when you got 18 hens, you expect to have some eggs and not be having to buy them. Anyhow, now I'm gonna put my second egg in here, let that beat up. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the flour mixture. This is 2 1/4 cups of plain flour, all-purpose flour. I added a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of salt to it. So this will be going in a little bit at a time to make the batter. So I think this is just about ready. Let me stop it and scrape it down a little bit. You can see, hopefully. Let me get you a little closer so you can see good. See, this is the thick batter here. And it's going to get thicker as I add in the flour. And then we'll add in the chips. So, all right, got you back over there. All right, so let me get this all scraped down on the sides. I want to thank those people who've already filled out the sign-up forms, because y'all wrote some wonderful comments in there about some of your past food memories, some of your favorite food memories, and I just love reading those. You know, we make a lot of memories around food with our families, so it's fun to read what, you know, some of your favorite ones are, you know, like making things with your grandma, or remembering the pancakes that your dad made for you. It's just, it's really sweet memories, and I love reading about them. So if you'll just fill out that sign-up form, I'm going to be drawing a name out of the sign-up forms today to win one of those recipe boxes. And I'll do that. Hopefully by the end of this video, I'll be able to announce that. So what I'll do when these cookies are in the oven, I'll go choose, and I'm just going to do it randomly. I'm just going to choose a number, and then whatever that number is on the list of folks who filled out forms, I can see it in the order that they were submitted. So I may choose like number 7. 7's my lucky number, so probably the 7th person will win something, or maybe the 21st. That's another number I love. So I'll let you know after I get it done. Anyhow, I'm gonna keep adding this flour in, and I'll be right back with you in just a few minutes. Okay, all the flour's in. Got a nice thick batter here, and now I'm about to add 1 12-ounce package of chocolate chips. And I'm just going to put it on slow stir. Just add them in. Take it a minute to mix them in. There we go. This is some thick batter here, as you can see. See how thick that is? What I'm going to do, because half of my family likes pecans in their chocolate chip cookies and half of them don't, so I'm going to take this batter, put it, half of it in another bowl, stir in some pecans in that, and then the other half I'll leave in this bowl, and I'll start putting it on some parchment-lined cookie sheets. It said to put them on ungreased cookie sheets, but I just like using the parchment paper because it makes for so much easier cleanup. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll get those cookie sheets ready and get back with you and show you what I've done. Okay, y'all, I'm back. These are the this is the dough that I took out and stirred pecans in. I added a half a cup of pecans in with this batter right here. And I'm using, this is one of my great Pampered Chef tools that I love. This is the small scoop, and I use it for everything, but I love it because it makes the little cookies almost look like they've been rolled into a ball, which is great, and I think it'll make them turn out pretty. I've read a lot of recipes where it said, to drop them by tablespoons fulls onto a cookie sheet and then to pick each one up and roll it into a ball. Well, these things are kind of sticky. I don't know how you could do that unless you really refrigerated the dough first. And I don't want to refrigerate my dough. I'm ready to get it on in the oven. And so you can see these kind of look almost like I've rolled them into balls. You can kind of see that. So it's just a great tool, and it'd be a good stocking stuffer for Christmas if you know someone who likes to cook cookies. Or I've used it for lots of things, but definitely for cookies. So I'll continue to load these up. I did want to tell you the batter that was left in the bowl without the nuts is I added a little bit more flour, maybe 2 more tablespoons of flour, because it doesn't have the nuts in it, and so to help thicken that batter up a little bit. So I'll be dipping those up and putting them over here on this other cookie sheet. But I'm gonna get these ready and get them in the oven. I've preheated my oven to 375 degrees, and I think they're only gonna have to cook just a few minutes, maybe about maybe 10 minutes. I'll let you know for sure when I take them out. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Hey y'all, I'm back. I've got some of the cookies already out of the oven. I wanted to show them to you. Here are some right here. I've already put them on a cooling rack. These are the ones that have pecans in them. And I've already tasted one, and they are delicious, but just the right texture. The pecans really made the difference in the batter. I want you to see the ones that I did not add pecans to, but I did put some extra flour. You see they kind of got thinner. They're very, very hot. I just took them out of the oven, so I can't pick one up for you right now. But you can see they're more flat. I should have added probably even a little bit more flour than I did. So anyhow, I wanted to let you know I did choose a winner, and it was number 7, because that's my lucky number. So it's her lucky number too, obviously, because she's winning this beautiful recipe box. And I want you to see it. It has a little magnet right here, so that when you go to close it, it just snaps shut like that. Also, it comes with the recipe cards, just blank recipe cards and dividers. But it comes with something really neat too. It's a little stand, and she'll need to remember to peel. There's a little thing that says peel here. You have to peel this cover off, and then it's a really pretty clear cover. And that's for her to, she can just slide a recipe card right in here. And then there's a slot on the top of the box, so that just fits right in there, so that when she's cooking, she'll have her recipe right there for her to follow. Of course, now if she's following recipe out of a cookbook, that won't help much. But anyhow, the winner is, drum roll, Diane Willard from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And I want to read you something that she wrote. It's really sweet. Under the question where I asked, what's your favorite food memory? She shared, when my mother, who is 89, I'm sorry, I got a little piece of chocolate chip cookie on. When my mother, who is 89, would make chocolate pudding for me when I was a child. I'm 64 now. She always surprised me and she always knew I loved it warm. She made it with Jell-O mix on the stove, but added stuff to it. Egg yolk, pinch of brown sugar, a few semi-sweet chocolate morsels, and finished it with a tablespoon of bluebonnet margarine. That sounds like a wonderful mother who really knew how to treat you. So I'm so happy for you. And Diane, I'll be shipping this this recipe box out to you either this afternoon or tomorrow. So just want to let you know it's on your way. And thank you so much for watching my videos. And y'all, I'm going to keep cooking the rest of these cookies, and I'll get back with you on the next dessert. Y'all have a blessed afternoon.